Today we are going to react to Life of Agony, okay? This is a band that had an album that I was crazy about as a kid. We are from New York, so I guess, this album was spreading like wildfire in New York. And my friend Frank, rest in peace to Frank, he got his hands on this album, and we would listen to it all the effing time. We'll talk more about later on with this band, the music change as far as the sound, to the change with the vocalist, the singer, and another change, as you will see. Keith is back. This was a benefit show for Lou from Sick of It All. So, if you're into the New York hardcore scene, you already know what that is. It's a big deal, and they were raising money for Lou. Shout out to Danny Diablo, Lord Ezak, that's my homeboy. He also performed there. There was tons of people performing there from the scene, man. A lot of legends came out, and we're going to link the original video we're reacting to, the original song, any information I could gather with this band. And with that being said, let's effing go. We're going to link this performance too. L Boogie, shout out to you. That's the channel. We're going to link that. That bass. Great bass line. First one. They sound great. Great energy. Oh. Hell yeah. I haven't heard this in forever, and I still remember the words. That's selling. Great backup vocals too with this band. Hold on. One thing I loved about this band when I heard them, besides the voice being so unique, the instrumentation was always like really through the roof. Big sounding, and also I would love how they'd have so much momentum they bring, and then they drop it down and slow it down to like almost like a dark bounce. Like they really had their own sound. Like really had their own sound. We're gonna talk more about like my opinion on as time went on with this band, because I feel like this band could have been way bigger, more successful, and we'll talk about that later. We're celebrating this band. I'm not trying to come off negative. So if that just came off that way, that's not the case. Let's continue. Let's go. So good. That bounce. See that bounce? But nothing could amaze me. Tonight is just a day, yeah. But nothing could amaze me. Come on. They're killer. Great energy, man. Look at the stage energy, the presence. They still got a lot of stage presence. Hell yeah. There's a song where all three of them are singing a lot on it. I forgot what the song's called. Let me know if you know the song.
Thank you so much. And thank you for doing this for Lou.
Yeah.
Everything tonight goes to Lou, so thank you so much.
That's what's up. Get well, Lou. Let's talk about the performance first. Amazing energy. The sound was through the roof. I enjoyed that, like, what we picked up from the camera. The audio was really, really good. The bass sounded sick. I love when you could hear the bass, man. I hate when you go to a show, though, and it's like the bass is overpowering. And I hate when I go to a show and there's not enough bass, right? So it sounded so good. These guys are seasoned vets now. They've been performing for a very effing long time. As I said, I've been listening to them since I was a kid. I haven't heard this song in a hot minute, though. It's been a while. And for me to still remember it like it was yesterday, that means they got bangers. And that album, River Runs Red, is a classic. And it's a storytelling album. And there's not that many albums that are like that have like those interludes and those skits, and it has storytelling to it. You know, what other ones are there that's really great? Queensryche, of course, right? They had Operation Mindcrime, which that was a crazy storytelling. That was like a epic movie. But this shit is very relatable, especially when you're young and you're trying to figure out who you are and whatnot. So a lot of like metalheads, people that love metal, whatever. I hate even throwing like labels to shit, but like a lot of people like gravitated to that once they heard the album. That was how it was with me and my friends. We were always listening to that. So after that album released, we listened to it, we still listen to it. Like, I didn't really know about like any follow-up albums. Later on in life, I did find out they did continue to put music out there. And when I listened to that music after River Runs Red, that newer music, it just didn't connect with me like that album did. Like, I was like, it's cool. You know, I wasn't like it's trash, but it wasn't like over and over again like that album, like listening to it. Maybe I need to give it another shot. Let me know if there's an album after that. I didn't do my research on that. I just was excited to, react to this because it popped up on the algorithm. And I was like, you know what? Let's check this out, right? The nostalgia is heavy with this to me. And I would love to know, are you familiar with this band? Is this your first time hearing them? It's another reason why reaction videos are a major key. So let me know. And let me know, like, if you are a fan, how did you get put on to them, you know? After time went on, though, I did see through, like, YouTube that the vocalist transitioned to a trans woman, right? And that was, kind of like, I wouldn't say even shocking. I would say, like, maybe that's why he was going through so much stuff off The River Runs Red, right? Because he was going through a lot of issues, like mental health issues. That album is heavy about mental health issues. So maybe he had that, like, inside, in the closet, right? So I was like, okay, this kind of makes sense, maybe. Like, there's something about this that makes sense. And then it was weird seeing, like, the video of him live because you're so used to seeing Homeboy, rocking as how he looks. And then now you see in Homeboy as a trans person, right? So that threw me off. I was like, whoa, what the heck's going on here? As I was saying, I thought about, like, listening to that album. He had so much going on mental health wise, what he was talking about on the album. I was like, maybe it has to do with him being in the closet and whatnot. I don't really care like what he does in his personal life and whatnot, but it's an interesting story, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Once again, the band sounded fantastic. Guitarist, bassist, drummers, A1, man. The backup vocals are killer, man. They're very talented, very, very talented. And in my opinion, what the hell is that? I'm looking out the window. In my opinion, a classic album. I think that's a 10, that album, River Runs Red. Let me know your thoughts. This video went way too long, but I think it's interesting to talk about, bands from back in the days that's still rocking. They kicked ass. There's no denying that. Definitely a great New York band that I feel, if they stayed in that kind of lane still, And maybe if they put out music a little sooner, or it could be the fact that it just wasn't internet and it wasn't spreading as fast, right? And maybe I need to give it another chance. I just feel like this band could have been a bigger band because of the fact they have a unique sound and they stood out. They literally stood out. Like music-wise. I'm not talking about him transitioning and all that shit. I'm talking about just the music stood out, man. You could feel the music. And that's important. I always say, music is something you can feel. You know what I mean? A lot of people could put out sound and noise, but music, you feel that shit. And you can feel the music. That's all I got. Subscribe if you're new. Life of Agony. We'll try to put more information. I have a feeling they may be on tour right now. And shit, maybe if they're around my way, I'm going to go check them out, all right? Peace and love, guys. And get well soon, Lou. We out.